welcome you all on this occasion of Virtual Campus Connect 2022 of our KPRCAS. Youngsters are the future of tomorrow. On behalf of School of Management, KPR College of Arts and Science, it's a great honor to welcome today's eminent personality as a guest, Dr. M.J. Xavier, Founding Director, Indian Institute of Management, Ranchi, to this session. He is working towards connecting young minds to strive towards success and achievement. We are grateful to him for accepting our invitation and becoming a chief guest of today's event. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
In absentia, I would like to welcome Dr. K.P. Ramasamy Chama, founder of this institution. It's my pleasure to welcome our beloved principal, Dr. Balasamy sir, who is backbone of this institution. I extend my warm greeting to Dr. Shamsundar P., Dean, School of Management, a great leader of our team. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
I welcome Dr. Hemalata, Head of the Department, School of Management, a good motivator for us. Welcome you, ma'am. It is also a great honor to welcome all the faculty members and students to this occasion. Once again, I welcome you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Success don't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. It's a time to call upon Dr. Shamsundar, Dean, School of Management, to felicitate the gathering.
Thank you, Ma. The most respected, the guest speaker, the eminent professor in all IIMs, Xavier sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Dr. S. Balasamy sir, Principal, KPR College of Arts, Science and Research. Our beloved chairman, Dr. K.P. Ramasamy sir, and Dr. Hemalata madam, HOD of School of Management, and the program coordinator, Rajeshwari madam, and the faculty members, Vasagi madam, Karthik sir, and Rajendran sir, Jasper, and my dear students, friends, good morning all. I'm really happy that the School of Management is organizing the Virtual Campus Connect 2022, the starting of 2022 itself. So first of all, I would like to convey my sincere thanks to our Xavier sir for accepting our invitation. Dear students, really you people are very lucky because he may addressed more than lakh students in his entire career. Though his busy schedule, he is here because of the only one person. The name is Dr. S. Balasamy sir. So I would like to convey my sincere thanks to Dr. S. Balasamy sir for connecting the great eminent personality Xavier sir for us. I don't want to take much time. Once again, I would like to convey my sincere thanks to Xavier sir for accepting our invitation, sir. Dear students, you please don't waste even a second, because many IIM students are waiting to listen the words from Xavier sir. Many IIM students are waiting. Really, you people are blessed and lucky students. You people are studying at KPRCAS. Because of that, you are really lucky to hear from Xavier sir. So with that words, I hand over the session to the Xavier sir. Thank you, sir.
Great. Thanks, Dr. Shamsundar and Dr. Hemalata, other faculty members, and dear students. Thanks for the opportunity. Let me also thank Dr. Balasamy for giving me this opportunity. All right. Today, basically, I thought I'll sensitize you to the whole issue of, preparing education, preparing students to face the future. There is some fundamental issues, right? Today's education. Everything is actually 20 years old or 50 years old, right? But you must have studied about what is called the half-life period of anything. So half-life period of, knowledge is shrinking, day by day. So within 5 years, 10 years, everything that you studied becomes obsolete. So in that situation, how do you future-proof your education? And already, for example, you are learning something which is obsolete. And then you go to the industry and you see something totally different. You are in the job and within 5 years, you find that everything is new. So how do you really prepare yourself in this kind of a changing scenario? So this is what I thought, I will address you today. I don't know the answers. I'm just raising some issues. I want you to think about this. Hopefully, we'll get some answers also, right? You have to enable my screen sharing, please. Yeah. I want to share a PPT.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. No, it is still.
Now you can share your slides,
Okay.
sir.
All right. All right. All right. Yeah, it's here. Okay, so this is the title of my session, right? All right. There's a lot of criticism about the present day education. So you can see this cartoon. So, hello. Is there a problem? No.
Sorry for the
We
interruption,
can, we
sir.
can,
Sorry for
we
the
can
interruption.
continue, sir.
Yeah.
Rajeshwari madam, you please mute all the mics, madam.
Yes, sir.
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So look
Thank
at
you,
this, the cartoon. You can see, like, for example, people with very diverse backgrounds, they all enter school or college. And then the traditional education ultimately turns out people who are all uniform. The rough edges are all polished. This is what actually we think the role of education is. There's a lot of criticism. For example, this one talks about what does our school education teach today? So it teaches us to believe that truth comes from authority, meaning your teachers, bosses, they only know what is right. Intelligence is the ability to remember and repeat. So even today, I'm sure you must be writing a lot of examinations where, for example, you mug up and vomit in the examination. Accurate memory and repetition are rewarded. Non-compliance is punished. So if you are a little playful in the class, if you are, little different from others, because they want compliance, they want everybody to fall in the same line. Conformity, this is what is expected. Intellectually and socially, you just follow what is expected of you. So the plain fact that education is itself a form of propaganda, a deliberate scheme to outfit the pupil, not with the capacity to weigh ideas, not the capacity to think, but with the simple appetite for gulping ideas ready-made. So you feed them with a lot of these things and they are very eager to learn all of them, but they don't want to think on their own. So they don't critically evaluate anything. The aim is to make good citizens, which is to say docile, uninquisitive citizens, which is what today's education is produced. We now live in a nation where doctors destroy health, lawyers destroy justice, and universities destroy knowledge. Very hard-hitting criticism that it is not creating new knowledge, but it is only trying to package and in the process, he says it is destroying knowledge. So things are changing. This is what you have to keep in mind, that if you look at, for example, over a period of time, maybe 5,000 years back, agriculture started. So then we had a very stable environment. Their education was very different, right? Then we had industrial wave. It started in the 1700s and it went on till 2000, a relatively stable period, but a massive shift happened. People migrated from agriculture to actually industrial jobs. This is the massive dislocation that happened. And still they had a growth. It was an industrial age. And industrial age, we developed certain kind of a education system, which is exactly like your assembly line production. You take a set of students, process them. At the end of 2 years, give them the stamp. You are an MBA, you go out. At the end of 4 years, you pass them out and say that you are an engineer, send them out. So we all have a batch processing method which was developed during the industrial age. That was operative almost till 2000, right? But in the last 20 years or even last 30 years, information wave has come in. This is completely transforming the way we are actually doing business, the way we have to learn, the way we have to adapt to this new scenario. But unfortunately, our education is still stuck in the industrial age model. This is the problem. Please remember that each age had its own fallout. For example, industrial revolution freed our bodies. Any physical work, you can always use a machinery to lift it, put it here, put it there, right? So it gave you freedom from physical labor. But information revolution would free our minds. Then what is the education that you are going to give for this scenario? So this is where we are right now. We are in the automation age, right? So what is predicted is that automation, machines are replacing so many jobs. Many people think that only the poor and uneducated are being displaced. I am afraid that in the next few years, everyone will be replaceable. So you are studying, BCom, BBA, you get a campus placement, you get into a job. But after some time, they just retrench you. They send you out. What will you do? If AI comes in and is going to replace everybody, what will happen? See, this is what is happening today. In today's world, for example, assisted intelligence, information age, we are experiencing, the introduction of artificial intelligence. So today what is happening is automative, repetitive, standardized, time-consuming tasks. All these things are getting automated. So that is why we have an increased demand for STEM graduates. So you must be good in science, engineering, technology, right? Manufacturing. These are the kind of people who are in demand because, we are automating certain things. We are increasing our productivity. But what is emerging is there is a fundamental change in the nature of work itself. Humans and machines collaborate to make decisions. You will have robots working along with actually humans. This is not a very futuristic thing. This is already happening. So if you go to a factory by Titan or many of the Tata factories, slowly, all these automobile companies, you will notice that a lot of things are automated. There are very few people who are needed to run the factories and also to run the offices. The middle level jobs are all gone. So what is the job that is going to remain? And what are the skills you need? How will you survive in future? Why are you learning something which is of no use for the future? I mean, this is the question you have to ask yourself. And in future, what will happen is you will have actually man-machine already started working together. It is called augmented intelligence. We will soon have autonomous intelligence where adaptive continuous intelligence systems will take over decision making. So all managerial jobs also will get automated. You already have ERP systems. On top of it, you have these intelligent modules, and that will take care of all your decisions, whether it is transportation, production planning, scheduling, everything will be done automatically. The future of humans at work is questioned. Do you at all need humans in offices? Machines can completely manage everything. This is what we are talking about. So consequently, what you can notice is that these are the shifts. India, our whole world was an agrarian economy. 80% of the people did agriculture. Then it shifted to industrial economy. Then 80% of the people were in the industrial jobs. 20% in agriculture and allied jobs. Then it moved to service economy. Like in the US, India also, we are a service economy. All IT services. Most of the guys are employed in coding, testing, IT services. India has also become a service economy. So a lot of people are in the service. Now you have to ask this question, what next? See, service also is getting completely automated. So if you are ordering something in Amazon and you want to make a query, then you actually ask a robo. You ask a chatbot. Chatbot will answer you. So That receptionist job is replaced. The call center job is replaced. Everything is going to be automated. So from service economy, today everybody is thrilled. I do some coding and then I get a job in Infosys. I go abroad. I'm settled. No. See, the future is basically you will have what is known as coding. Everything will get automated. It is already done. That is why Cognizant, TCS, they're all retrenching people. You don't need people at all. So what next is the question, and you need to prepare yourself for that. So future economy will be very different. It will be, what anybody's guess. But my own assumption is that the future economy, because everything is automated, people will want experiences. I think in future, whoever provides experiences, they will thrive well. This is one kind of hypothesis. So then you need to prepare yourself for jobs that will prepare you for experience economy. What is this experience economy? What are the things? That's one way of looking at it, right? So one way of saying experience is that you kind of, what you do is you look at all those industries that provide experiences. So your cinema artists, your YouTubers, right? These are people who give you certain experiences. So you watch some video, you get thrilled. You make movies, you go to a movie. That's an experience industry. Teaching is an experience industry. You are, as a teacher, I'm giving you that experience. So teachers, actors, trainers, dancers, they will probably thrive, right? So it's kind of funny the way the future is shaping up, right? One could be experience economy. That's the reason why there's another experience, which is basically, you provide spiritual experience, right? So that is why sadhus really thrive. You look at this, small chart here. In education in India, most first-class students get technical seats. Some become doctors, some become engineers. Okay. The second-class pass-outs, they get into MBA and they become administrators, right? The third-class pass, they enter politics and they become ministers and they control both. Last but not the least, the failed ones join underworld and control all the above. And those who do not attend any school become swamis and gurus, and everyone goes to them. It is basically true that lots and lots of people, because of loss of jobs, whatever it is, they need mental peace. So you will have huge opportunities for spiritual gurus, right? You will have huge opportunities for actors, dancers, YouTubers, creative people. So this is going to be the future. So when things are changing and you are doing something which is of no relevance, then you will be caught unaware. This is the problem. You have to change. Prepare yourself for that. When the rate of change is slower inside than it is outside, the end is in sight, then you will be left behind. So this is the basic problem, right? So when there is a paradigm shift, when something new happens, you have to adapt to that kind of a change. So in this changed scenario, companies are also rethinking what kind of guys they should hire. They, if they go on hiring people who are all, people with perfect CGPA, 9 out of 9 or 10 out of 10, and regularly attends classes, if that's a standard. But I'm saying such people will not be of any use in this changed scenario. So the person with perfect CGPA who did not miss a day's class, perfect folks, unspeakably dull, never a hair out of place, never done a thing wrong, but they haven't done too much interesting either. Do they have curiosity? I doubt it. So in today's environment, enlightened companies, you go to Google, you go to Microsoft, Amazon, these people are looking for curious people who can come up with interesting solutions. Hire a few genuine off-the-wall sorts. They are not even looking at your degrees. Weed out the dullards, nurture the nuts. Tom Peters wrote long back, but it is absolutely relevant today in his book on seminar. He has actually, this quote is from that. So you have to really hire actually guys who are crazy, cranky. That's the kind of people who do well in today's world. That's why, reasonable people adapt themselves to the world, whereas the unreasonable and therefore all progress depends on unreasonable people. Okay, reasonable people adapt themselves to the world. Unreasonable people do not adapt to anything. They do anything they want. They break rules. They do things differently. That's the kind of people who are needed in today's world, right? Now, to give you an idea of where the world is headed immediately in the short run, in the next 5 years, 6 years, and how do you prepare yourself for that? You have to understand that the whole world, the opportunity areas can be divided into 3 categories. One is digital economy. I think that for sure is go on for some more time. Everything is becoming smart city, smart nation, smart products, AI enabled, right? So whoever gets into this can survive. Green economy. I think sustainability has become very important. So if you can do anything, any product, any courses, that will prepare you for jobs in sustainability, because every company will be forced now to employ people who are actually specialists in sustainability and green economy, carbon credits and things like that. Then there is a huge opportunity that is coming up in the care economy, because this is partly your experience economy, those who provide experience, and also partly because we are moving into a country of aged people, a lot of aging population. So if you build old age homes, nursing homes, health services, there's going to be a huge opportunity there. Whoever goes into that will survive in that. So what is happening is that all businesses are undergoing business transformation, based on this digital, green, and care economy. So every company will have to take care of the environment, and there has to be also opportunities in the care economy. And so they are undergoing huge business transformations, and that results in new kind of jobs. So your job content itself changes. Arising out of that, you have to decide about what are your priority skills and build those skills. So you are actually mugging up, vomiting something in the exam will not help. You need to acquire skills, because your knowledge is available. Google will tell you answers to everything, but you have to develop skills. How do you apply it in a practical situation? You have to develop soft skills. What are the real skills that are needed in the future? See, for example, there is a study which shows that future you will require a lot of people in the area of data and AI. That's one hot area. Analytics, artificial intelligence. This is in the next 5 years. After that, what will happen, we don't know, because this also will get automated. Engineering and cloud computing, it's growing. People and culture, which is HR, people management, this is the experience economy. Product development, because creative people, design, product development, design thinking, this is the area there is a huge opportunity. Evergreen area is sales, because whatever you do, still selling has to be done. So sales jobs will not go down if you specialize in sales. And in the care economy, there are huge opportunities, and green economy, there are huge opportunities. So there are quantifications, and numbers have been given here. So what is really happening is that the world is changing. The nature of work is all changing from permanent jobs to techno coolies. Basically, because of this pandemic, and then introduction of all these remote working, virtual offices, and all these things, companies have realized that they don't have to hire people on a permanent basis. So you do this job, get paid for that. So you can get hourly work rate, or you are given a certain contracts. You do that and then get paid. I think the whole concept of permanent employment, lifetime employment will be there for only a core team of people. who will be engaged in some R&D work, strategy work, who are part of the management team. Others will all be techno coolies. You will only, work on as a coolie. So you go into a website and say what are the skills you have, leave it there, and then they'll hire you, they'll call you for work. So you get paid for the work you do. Fixed place, office, factory too, it is becoming anytime, anywhere. And your hard work will not really, matter anymore. So you need to complete your work, smart work, right? And traditionally, if you are a hardworking person, you got rewarded. Or if you are a good thinker, good intellect, then you are rewarded. But today's world, you have to really move into more of a caring, understanding customers, and then able to deliver services. So these are the kind of jobs that are available. So you must be really a caring person. You go into HR, you should know how to deal with employees. You go into marketing, you should know how to deal with customers. I think that's the kind of jobs that will be available. And what kind of people we need? We will need people, not those who can memorize and remember things. In those days, for example, somebody could, recollect all the laws in a book, all the business laws. You ask him anytime, wake him up, he will be able to rattle that. But today, I mean, it's all available at the touch of a finger. So you can, type in laws related to this issue. You get it in no time, right? Those who question facts, that's the kind of people we need. So don't accept it. Question everything. Those who are studying for exams, to learning throughout life. So your education, please remember that it is not ending with college. It is starting now. Once you take a placement, you start learning. Learn throughout life. You have to learn. I mean, you cannot escape. So if you are done coding and you got into a job, now you have to get into analytics. Then you have to learn analytics. Now from analytics, you want to get into AI. Then you have to learn AI. From AI, you want to get into blockchain. Then you have to learn about blockchain. Continuous learning, right? And the conformity. Earlier, if you said yes, sir, in an organization, you can survive. Who cares about your conformity? Yes, sir is no use, because unless you are productive. You have to be creative, come up with new ideas, new things. And instead of developing your intellect alone, right, you have to have a holistic development. So basically, we are going back to the old system. That's what is happening today. If you are good in subject, that's not enough. You have to have a strong, good physique. You must exercise. You must really keep your body fit. This is the continuous work, right? And you have to also have that care and concern for others, care and concern for the society, care and concern for the environment. All these things are absolutely critical if you want to survive in today's world, right? So prepare yourself for that. So again, knowledge is nonsense. See, if you see most of the people, when you join college, you think, I know nothing, right? Then after some time, you learn something and suddenly you think I am an expert. I know everything. This is a hazardous phase. You will really make blunders, get into problems. After some time, you learn something more. Then slowly you realize that I know nothing. Only when you say that I know nothing, then you really have arrived. That's when you will be curious. You will want to learn from anybody, everything. At any time, and that realization also that this is where knowledge is growing, this is where I am, where is the gap, I don't know all these things, then you will be really willing to learn. So don't have this feeling that I am an expert. At this age, I can feel that all the time you feel inadequate, but you learn from anybody. I learn from my son, I learn from my grandson, I learn from anybody. See, they teach you, Tata, you don't even know how to open this. This is how my grandson tells. Okay, please teach me how to open this game. I play with him. You learn. So please, knowledge is growing. So what are the traits needed of a good employee today? So that is what your education should, teach. commitment to continuous improvement, goal setting, work ethic, determination. Take something, you must be able to finish it. Self-confidence, initiative, creativity. None of these are taught in the textbooks, nor in the college. Okay. Then ethical and moral things, respect, responsibility to others, love, compassion, humility. Humility is very, very important. The moment you graduate, you think, you are a big man, then life is finished. You have to understand that, you are nothing. You are a speck in the whole universe. Integrity, justice, moral courage. These are the things that are expected in today's employees, right? So the future employees will require these kind of traits, right? And there are several studies, they talk about different types of these things. You have to be a lifelong learner and a critical thinker, diligent and capable performer, socially, emotionally skilled person, ethical thinker. So don't get into these unethical practices. If you think in shortcut you will make big money, then you are in for trouble, because with technology they will catch up. Respectful and responsible moral agent, self-disciplined person, contributing community member and democratic citizen, spiritual person engaged in crafting a life of noble purpose. These are the kind of people who are needed. So what is happening is, once again, the old-fashioned values, ethics, all those things are becoming important in today's world. I mean, this is something written at the entrance of a university in South Africa, because this is what education is. But unfortunately, we have made education as something like, learning some formulas, putting some ideas into your head. No. Education has to be holistic. If education is tampered, if education is bad, the way it is today, if education is totally business, and education is not giving you that kind of a holistic perspective, then we will be destroying. Any nation does not require the use of atomic bombs or the use of long-range missiles. It only requires lowering the quality of education, allowing cheating in the examination by the students. Patients die at the hands of such doctors. Building collapse at the hands of such engineers. Money is lost at the hands of such economists. Humanity dies at the hands of such religious scholars. Justice is lost at the hands of such judges. Collapse of education is the collapse of the nation. So you have to really, build a total holistic education. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. This is the need of the hour. So if we are totally concentrating on only the, the mind, but we have to concentrate on the soul, the heart, right? This is the thing, Aristotle told long back. So what is really something needed to be done in education to make it actually future-proof? Of course, technical skills are important. Soft skills have to be important. And good character has to be built into that. So it has to be holistic in that sense. We are not giving enough attention to this part of it, soft skills. In fact, technical skills you can teach very easily, because it is all available. There are YouTube videos, they can learn very easily. It is soft skills that has to be inculcated in the institutions, where they have to have hands-on training and experiences. In fact, I normally, teach only for half the time. Half the time I send them out, go and collect this data, do this project, come back and discuss that. That way they develop a lot more, right? And of course, good character, you have to really, give gyan all the time. Tell them, what is right, what is wrong, and then really prepare them, make them, good citizens. Otherwise, we will become a nation of cheaters. And then there is no actually, growth, nothing will be possible. These are some of the references which I looked at for preparing this one. And good reports, jobs of tomorrow, mapping opportunity in the new economy, skills demand for the future economy. This is Singapore skill report. workforce of the future. This is a PwC report. That's a good one. And it talks about the kind of forces that are shaping the future economy. So on the whole, what I'm saying is that when you are, launching a rocket at the moon, right? You don't aim the rocket where the moon is now. You have to aim it where the moon will be when the rocket reaches the moon, right? So by the time it reaches, there is also, moon is also moving, and then you have to exactly go there and land that. So you are working on a moving target. So education has to also keep on moving. The whole world is moving, you also move. And if you can do that, you will be successful. All the best. Good luck to all of you. Thank you.
Sir, thank you so much, sir. Sir, it was an sir.
Yeah, any questions? Yeah.
Yeah, sir. Sir, for an academician, sir, what will be the future opportunities for the faculty members, sir? What are the things as a faculty member we have to update ourselves, sir? Because nowadays the students are in very digital, they are more advanced than the faculty members, sir. So how, as a faculty members, we can improvise, sir, to meet the expectation of the students?
See, this is a very loaded question, because in today's world we cannot compete with our students. So it is better to get them to do the job, right? In fact, all these gadgets, we have flipboards in the classroom. We have now we are using this Zoom platform. There's so many things. We are not experts, because as a generation, we were born much prior to these things. So whereas the students were actually, for them it's a second nature for them, because intuitively they know how to operate these things, gadgets. So it's better to learn from them. That is one part of it. It's called reverse mentoring. Other thing is empower them. So allow them to help you in the classroom, help you set up these things, right? And so this is another factor, that humility has to be there for the teacher also. The concept of days when actually the teacher knows all, it is gone, right? That is the number one point. So we have to collaboratively learn. Second thing is, even the subjects that you teach, no point in teaching the syllabus. You have that, I think for ages we had that 5 units and then 2 exams, and this kind of a model has to change. And you have to really give a topic, and debate. Ask the students to go to the YouTube or your net, and then come with interesting videos, interesting insights on the topic. And then every class has to be converted into a debate. And then what happens is that at the end of the class, the teacher will end up learning much more than the students. So I look at it as an opportunity to learn every time I teach. So you get to think, you get to also learn from them. So you create discussion forums. Even outside the class they keep posting. So what I do is I normally give them marks for that participation in the discussion threads. And in the threads you will find that invariably they will post links to interesting software, interesting videos, and you end up learning quite a lot from them. So in this way, what happens is that you can continuously learn from the, it's a collaborative learning. Of course, the other major problem is rate of obsolescence is very high. Teachers today become, obsolete pretty fast. And so for that, of course, the institution should arrange for continuous training, constant updating of their skills, constant updating of new methods of teaching has to be done. It is tough, I can tell you, because teachers are generally used to an environment where they use the same notes from the time they join the job until they retire. but that will not work in today's environment. So we need to first get out of the mindset, and secondly, constantly learn. Plus, on top of it, in today's environment, the teachers are made to do so much of administrative work. I think that has to be relieved. They must be released from a lot of administrative work. This NAC report, that audit, this audit. That's a real nuisance. I mean, so in Western world, what is happening is that they are actually disengaging your roles itself. So, like in ISB Hyderabad, admissions, placements, your all administration work, everything is done by separate professionals. Teachers are there to only do research and teach. This is one way of looking at it. Now, the next level, what is happening is that as a teacher, if you are very good in researching, you keep researching, create new knowledge. If somebody is a good presenter, you will read up those new knowledge and then only be presenting it. If somebody is good in setting papers, you only set assessments. So there is a disaggregation. So what is happening is that there are specialists coming up in each of these areas. So somebody will create the lesson, somebody will present it, someone else will evaluate you. So things are again changing in that way. So for that, you have to get into the habit of recording. So what is happening is we have started that. All our courses, we have started converting into small videos. Every module is converted into small videos. So in that case, it is possible to, digitize. And then you can use professional presenters. Somebody writes the lesson, somebody, makes the video. And then some other teacher, picks up different videos and then uses it in his or her classroom. The videos become the property of the institute. So this is how we are working on it. But then, I mean, it's complex. I can tell you, sometimes you feel, is it worth really doing this kind of a running for the salary you get? It is a problem, except for actually people like us who do consultancy and make money through this kind of industry interaction. The salary is certainly not adequate to motivate you to go that extra mile. So there are multiple factors in this, but life is tough. The teacher's life is very difficult.
Sir, thank you so much, sir. I'm really impressed, sir. Definitely, sir. Definitely, we will learn from our students, sir, and we will incorporate all the things what you have discussed so far, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, is there any possibility to work with LIBA team, sir, in terms of the case study preparations or in terms of any research work, sir? Is there any opportunity there?
No, you don't look at it that way. You can invite our people to come and teach you, how to do case teaching, how to write cases. So
Sure, sir. Sure,
faculty have to be trained, continuously. And
okay.
Yeah, I'm not saying LIBA is the best. See, I am currently, wherever I have been, I have brought about changes. See, even IAM Ranchi, I recorded all the classes for 1 year. And next year I said, gave the recorded classes to the students and then reduced the class hours by 50%. Now the students view the recorded lectures and then 50% of the time they do projects. They come to class only for doubt clearing and all that. Similarly, for example, BIT, I was there, I introduced this lecture capturing facility, studio, everything I set up. Karunya I set up. And here also I am in charge of technology. So because of that, I have introduced a lot of things. And our classrooms are all very sophisticated. So we have flip classroom. And when we teach here, students can attend from the class. Also, we can have students attending remotely. And you can see their faces running on that screen. And they can ask questions, you can ask questions. These students, when they ask questions, it will be visible to those attending in a remote way. So we have invested quite a lot of money in terms of making every classroom completely digital classroom, a smart classroom, right? We have set up a studio at a cost of nearly 50 lakhs. And it's a full professional studio. I'm still investing more and more on that. So all our faculty are advised to go and record. So I'm still only about 20–30% of the faculty only are going and recording. Others are not. So there are issues. So I'm trying to capture their classes in the regular classes itself, and then probably edit it and then create content. So like that, things are changing. It's not that the whole institution is reached that kind of a level where actually we have arrived. It's a continuous thing. We invest on something, it becomes obsolete, and then I have to buy something else. It's a continuous learning process. But since we are pioneers, we make mistakes. I know I made mistakes. Certain equipments, they are not used. So my director is very supportive. So I'm able to say that I'm able to get away. But otherwise, anybody else would have fired me, said that get lost. But then I'm also earning huge amount of money. So I started this online programs already, every month we are getting a revenue upwards of 2 crores. In another 6 months, we'll be getting about 5 crores revenue only from online education per month. Please understand that. So because of that, when I waste on something, he doesn't mind. Okay, this guy experiments. So you have to experiment. It's a continuous exercise. Right. So traditional education, my target is next 3 years, I will earn more than, of course, definitely I'll reach much more than what the regular programs get me money. So my online programs already we are offering to global audience, we are offering to Indian audience throughout the country. And slowly, we will next 3 years, we will cross. The revenue that we get from regular MBA program and part-time MBA program will be much less than what we earn from our new programs, online programs. All certificate courses, various things we are offering. For that, you have to invest. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Over to MC.
Sir, there is one more question. So when an employee can feel that he's a capable performer because he's keep on running behind the to work hard, but the people are keep on breaking up. So when I can give me the justification, yes, I'm a capable performer to my job.
No, it's a moving target. I said, there's nothing like, this year you are selected as the best performer. Okay. Next year you are sacked from your job. It happens regularly in all these IT companies. So your past is of no value. So I was this, I did that, I worked. People don't care. Today, have you produced? What is it that you have contributed today? See, as an employee, myself and there's another colleague, 2 of us manage the entire online program. So we are earning, as of now, 2 crores per month. Okay. Now the point is, you see, our salaries are nothing compared to that. Of course, we get bonus, we get a lot of incentives, right? So this is what companies will look at. So I'm paying you this much, how much I'm getting out of you? What is it that you're contributing? Today, everything is measurable. In the past, there was a problem. You didn't have proper metrics to know who is doing what. Today, everything is measurable. If you can measure, then according to your performance, you will get rewarded. Of course, it is getting refined every day. But in the absence of proper metrics, if you work in companies which don't have proper measurement methods, then what will happen is those who say, yes, boss, every day go meet your boss and say, good morning, good evening, boss, this, that. Only those guys will get promoted. Those guys will get recognized. Those who work hard will still be working hard. They won't get rewards. So metrics and methods are changing because you're working from home. Who is supervising you? They know exactly this is the work allocated to you, how much time you took to finish that. They know exactly how to measure it. So even faculty measurement I have done. So we know who is a good faculty, who is not a good faculty. So if you are good faculty, you get extra incentives. Otherwise, you don't get. But last year you are good. This year you are not good. You are out. You'll be thrown out. It's a ruthless world. I mean, you are entering into a very, very ruthless world. So job doesn't give you any guarantee, anything. You have to continuously learn, continuously prove yourself. Better thing is, become an entrepreneur. At least you'll be working for yourself. So you won't have any kind of a regret. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Students, if you have any questions, you can ask here. So shall we go for an Thanksgiving? Dean,
Yeah,
sir?
go on. Yeah, let's start.
Yes, yes.
We must thank our guest who shared his knowledge with us in his busy schedule. I invite Ms. Rajeshwari, Assistant Professor of School of Management, to propose vote of thanks.
On behalf of organizing team, School of Management, KPR College of Arts and Science, it's my privilege to propose vote of thanks on this occasion. All these students we witnessed today receiving honors for their talent will grow up to the responsible citizen of tomorrow. May they grow up to make us proud and achieve the highest human values. I feel very proud to be a part of such a session of a speaker whose teaching goes beyond the classroom. My heart fills with lots of gratitude and respect for your distinguished guest, Dr. M.J. Xavier, for gracing this occasion. Thank you, sir. You have indeed put best of your knowledge to share with us to make this even unforgettable session. It's not just a formality, sir. It's my true word to express my humble thanks to you, sir, for this session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
I extend my sincere thanks to Dr. K.P. Ramasamy, sir, Chairman, founder of this institution, our beloved Principal, Dr. Balasamy, sir, in this occasion. I would like to thank Dr. Shyam Sundar, sir, Dean, School of Management, Dr. Hemalata, ma'am, Head of the Department, School of Management, and all the faculty members and students in this occasion. I will end this session with the famous quote, learn continuously. There is always one more thing is to learn. With this word, we are winding up the session. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Xavier, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. All the best.
Okay, sir.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. Bye.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you.
bye. Okay.
Students, now you can leave the session.